You got your own little puppy set with the baseballs, boomerang, and whatnot. So tons of fun once you really get in there. As we
Actually,
are getting into the seed right now.
Krim was the one that actually made that seed for us as he picks up his. I'm not sure what the weapon in Kirby is actually referred to. We see a route divergence right away, August. They're all going to Vanilla 3, and it looks like Krim's probably going to head to Vanilla 1.
Yep. It looks like Thirwolf very comfortable with those screen scrolls, and check that out on the overworld. We have Pulse Voice. You know what that means?
That there's no Pulse Voice in dungeons.
Yay!
And look at that, Vanilla 3 holds board 3. 2 items will be found in this level, one on the floor, one in a staircase. Krim is stuck in a room. The monsters are just trying to give him a hand.
Yeah, but we have confirmed randomness. Crimson finding level 8 here in level 1. Same 3 items to find, 2 in a staircase, 1 on the floor, but unfortunately much bigger than level 1.
Thirwolf finds an early staircase. It's a transport staircase. We've got us a segment in 3, which it's not always that way, but I have a feeling that means we're going to see a lot of segmented dungeons in the lower numbered levels here.
Yep, I believe Krim took on some Tektites to grab the bomb drop. Now, are those shooting arrows? So those must be moblins.
Oh, look at this room.
Not blocking much of anything there, old man.
Yeah, Krim just decides, nah, you can just sit there and ask the next guy. Meanwhile, Thirwolf avoiding a lot of very difficult combat rooms here. Hopefully able to find a way around that. That would save him a lot of time and potential problems. And Krim finds a staircase. It's a transport as well.
Yep. Should take out this Aqua Menace. This could be a drop room. But it's not. Well, similarly, I guess this, unless Thirwolf already picked something up in this room, the Triforce room most likely a drop room as well.
Of course, Thirwolf very experienced at combat. These Darknuts posing him very little issue. He did a lot of the more difficult randomizers with the guys that do a lot of the masochist stuff and one-hit KO, and is very experienced. So usually rooms and stuff like that aren't going to be too much of an issue for him. Krim is, again, no scrub. He knows his game. He's very good at combat, so it shouldn't pose him much of an issue either. Another transport staircase. Look at this, level 3.
Yuck. But yeah, definitely give both these runners a follow. You venture over to Thirwolf's stream, and as JSR mentioned, you're gonna see some crazy flags. And look at that level 8 map.
Oh boy! August, we're in for some interesting levels here. See, I told you guys, don't let me roll the seed. I'm glad I didn't roll this one, because now I don't have to get blamed for this.
Ooh, hello, we got the Any Key. That's a very nice item to find early as well.
Yeah, very nice find. It's going to reduce the amount of rooms that... What the heck is that?
Is that a white sword?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but it's not the white sword. Was it perhaps the recorder?
That's what I was going to say. This pretty much means that Thirwolf is going to be able to skip a lot of combat in a lot of these difficult rooms. As long as he's able to find the compass, the only thing holding him back is potential item drops. So let's see what he decides to do on the rest of this 3. 1 item still remains. It's going to be on the floor. And of course, Krim still has 2 more items here in level 8.
Krim, what did I do to you? Come on, man. I'm not making this easy. I didn't roll any seeds, I promise. Very nice, using those bubbles to, you know, after he's cleared the room, he doesn't need his sword anymore. And using those iframes to get out of there unscathed.
Looks like our tracker Belletta has marked level 8's 2 items that we've seen Crimson pick up as the red ring and the recorder. So if that is indeed true, then Crim's having himself quite the 8 here. One very important item and one required item.
Yep, has the map, so exploration isn't too difficult. But triple segmented like that can't be any fun. Oh, and picking up the star, using his Triforce on the board at a level 8. Let's see if he jumps back in. And he is. Meanwhile, Thirwolf is yet to find the map in level 3. It is supposed to be somewhere easily reachable without going through any bomb holes. Wonder if it's underneath these blue dark nuts. I'm trying to find a bomb hole, no luck. And there's Thirwolf grabbing his Triforce out of level 3.
Yeah, with an up A there, Thirwolf returning to start. Did seem to leave potentially one item in there. I didn't see if he picked up the second one. Does take a death. Luckily his bomb went off before he took that last hit. So one item potentially remaining in level 3. One item for Crimson here in 8. And obviously with the Triforce, he's redigging for said item. We'll see if it turns out to be something valuable here.
Speaking of valuable, there's the medium secret at 35 for Thirwolf. And looks like a possible ladder block for Crimson in 8. So he's out of there with 2 items and the Triforce. In his case, the star. The warp star, I think it is.
Both are runners picking up very valuable items that neither other than their opponents have. So we'll see which one ends up being the bigger advantage here. Of course, Crim having the recorder has the advantage of a required item, but as far as taking a lead in this contest, which item will be the more important? Crimson's red ring or Thirwolf's any key? I mean, both those items are going to give the runner a potential advantage that could help them stretch this lead out or catch up should they fall behind.
Yep, Thirwolf now trailing Crim into level 8. Let's see if he gets that luck, and we can't confirm some of these items. Meanwhile, Crim
is heading.
Yeah, up to Death Mountain, making this early play. Let's see if it pays off.
And of course, no matter what's in here, as long as it's not 9, then he has a potential for a really big move. That's level 2. Not the worst move in the world here, actually. And with 2 items on the floor, he could find something important here.
Yep, depending on how the combat goes.
And to answer something in chat, yeah, that is correct. There is one last item that we did not see Crimson pick up when he was in level 8. We'll wait and see if Thirwolf is able to find that one. We do know that the red ring and the recorder are in level 8, so whatever that third item is still a mystery to all. It's a secret to everybody.
Yep. The recorder being in a staircase, we believe the red ring was the floor drop item.
Look at that, level 2 with the second quest level 1 shape. And it's not segmented, so that's our first example of a level without a staircase, at least not a separate. And there's a heart container find for Crim.
Yep, and there's the red ring confirmed for Thirwolf sitting on the floor in front of this transport staircase.
So, of course, Thirwolf routing in level 8 after level 3 kind of takes that advantage away that Crim had for a short while, but whatever Crim finds in level 2, if he's able to find the second item and it ends up being important, It could be the difference. We'll have to wait and see.
There's the monstrosity map for Thirwolf.
He finds the blue feather? Is that the boomerang?
Might be the magic wand?
It was the magic boomerang. Level 2 ends up... I mean, I'm not going to say it was a bad call. It definitely wasn't. Just bad luck on Crim's side. So now he's just going to grab this Triforce and get out of here. He will temporarily have the Triforce lead, but now we'll have to wait and see what his next play is, because once Thirwolf gets out of level 8, this is going to be interesting to see what his play is and which of these runners is going to make that one move that's going to open or close this game up.
Yep, there's the recorder for Thirwolf. So let's see if Thirwolf, armed with that inning key, can't pull this second staircase item out of here. But Crimson is taking a bit of a lead early on in Triforce count.
So I wonder where Crim is headed. He did not choose to up A, and he has the recorder, so he could have recorded out. I'm interested. Is he going to Vanilla 6? He might check the Armos over here as well. Let's wait and see. And good luck. He's going to scroll with Kirby. He did it! Wow, that was cool.
I was about to say perhaps he was going to showcase the screen scroll less strats. Because he did not cross the river by screen
he's checking
scrolling.
the shop.
Ah, yes. The shop that is either bomb locked or burn locked.
I think
Either
Thirwolf
bronze or
already
candle.
saw a candle, correct?
I think that was Crim actually at the forgotten spot. I think that was, yep, 40 rupee candle.
Very nice. Crim now has access to level or Vanilla 8. Meanwhile, Thirwolf grabs his Triforce, gets out. I didn't see if he grabbed the other item, so I think we might be able to confirm what you suspected earlier, August, that the third item might be ladder block.
Unfortunately, I can't take credit. That is our tracker behind the scenes, Boletta. Make sure you give them a follow if you haven't already. And I missed what Crim might have picked up there as the Armos item.
I'm
Is he up
fairly
to 5
certain it was a
hearts?
heart container. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that was a heart container.
Alright, and Thirwolf now also right behind CrimsonAvix, purchasing that blue candle. Not headed up Death Mountain though, gonna check out the Armos item and most likely follow Crim into level 6.
Very good routing so far from both these runners, working with the order of the games, giving them, and with both of them having the recorder, it'd be interesting to see if they decide to go down to Vanilla 7 after this. Crim finds an early Triforce, picks it up. Is he going to go back in?
That's always the question. He only has 1 key and 2 bombs, so that could be a factor. But I wonder if, it does look like he's going back in, so I'm wondering if they find a ladder, if their next move isn't going to show off that world wrap. Oh hey, there's the map. Name that one.
Thirwolf also picking up his Triforce. So, very quick Triforce grabs for both of them right away. So now the real leader is going to be whoever's able to get... Oh, Thirwolf is leaving! He is gambling, folks! Thirwolf is making the gamble that level 4 doesn't have anything important, and he has whistled back to 8. Let's see if this is that big brain play, or is this going to be what costs him later on? Actually, Crim looks like he's leaving as well.
Yep, these runners are riding the same wavelength. And they're thinking, alright, there's 2 free items still out here on the overworld. Let's route in this white sword item, let's get a couple hearts, let's check out what's on the coast.
And, of course, chat making an interesting point. It's very, very true. They both do have the recorder, so it's literally just a couple toots in their back. But it's more than just that, though. It's also the gambles that they take in later dungeons. I mean, there's still a raft out there, a ladder, a bow, and a power bracelet. and those can be anywhere in 1 through 8. So it'll be interesting to see where those items indeed fall. Meanwhile, Crim, I believe, went to Vanilla 8 and found level 3.
Level 3 is vanilla. We saw Thirwolf in here a bit earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, they're catching up on each other.
But we also see Thirwolf go to Vanilla 2, and that is indeed level 1. And this could be huge for Thirwolf if he's able to find a good item.
And there's the Triforce pickup for Crim, taking the Triforce lead back.
And he's leaving level 3, which is both good and bad, in the sense we know one of the items is the Yeti key. Not required per se, and as pointed out in chat, he is out of bombs, which is part of that. It would be interesting to see if he gets some bombs here, if he decides to go back, or if he just says the heck with it and goes to Vanilla 7.
Yep, those blue Lionels unfortunately not dropping any. Yeah, chat mentioning, it does look like combat in this seed has tended to roll up. And these runners continue to grab Triforces and go.
Yeah, this is a very fast seed. As soon as Crim grabs a Triforce, Thirwolf grabs his own, and we're tied in the Triforce department. Crim does bail on level 3 and goes to Vanilla 7, where he finds level 5. Still a plethora of important items out here, and we finally find one in level 1. It is a heart container. Bad news for Crim. He is bomb blocked. He's going to up A and bail out of level 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like bombs are going to be the resource of choice here that Ganon has just locked these dungeons up tight with.
Crim opts to go ahead and up A back to start. He's headed towards the coast. Definitely, I don't think we've seen a bomb shop yet. I could be mistaken, but that probably means it's the rare item potentially. Crim finally does get some.
No, we have seen in chat is reminding us of vanilla bombs. I think that was actually in the same cave as the blue candle.
And another interesting shape, level 1, and I'm pretty sure Thirwolf's seen most of this at this point. We're still waiting to find 2 of the items. Crim is going to grab that beach heart container, which gives him 6. He's guaranteed, as well as Crim, or as well as Thirwolf, excuse me, to get that white sword item.
And here we go, the red candle, our staircase item in level 1.
Ooh, look at Crim. He's doing the HUD clip, showing off for us here on Speed Gaming 4 this afternoon with all of the Kirby swag.
And unfortunately, I missed how much that large secret was, but it seems to be pretty hefty. Crim now up to 131.
Yeah, I didn't actually get to see the actual value there, and I apologize as well, but we did see Thirwolf pick up that wand out of level 1. He is out, found all 3 items. Unfortunately, none required, but at least that wand will come in handy.
Yeah, but using that candle right away, finding a level 7 underneath the burn bush. So that leaves level 9 either raft blocked or up in the Lost Hills. We got our first high 5 of the night. Almost room for room.
Yeah, it's always fun when the runners get into the same rooms and kind of take the same path. It's almost like a race within a race.
Hi, Goma. Bye, Goma. Fortunately, without the bow, not much we can do about those spiders.
Yeah, still a few items we haven't seen yet, and a lot of really good items still available No white sword item seen as of yet, nor have we seen the coast item. Crim is going to up A out of that same room Thirwolf just left. And Thirwolf is going to leave, and he's going towards the coast to check that item out. It appears we know the answer as to why Thirwolf left. Crim just found the same ladder block, and he's leaving as well.
And just a heart container on the coast. There we go. Crim, find those 20 rupee bombs. Plenty of money for it.
Now we're seeing one of the effects of such a fast early game with very little important items to show for it, because now we've only a few dungeons left to find and we're still missing so much. Thirwolf was going to check the white sword item as Crimson goes in to what you know now is vanilla, or excuse me, level 1.
Yes, sir. And let's see what the white sword item is. It's the ladder tonight. Very nice find.
Very huge find with the way that the seed is playing out. Thirwolf grabs that ladder. He's going to be able to not only clear level 7 now, he can find that other item in 3, or he's going to check what's up here in the Lost Hills with levels 5, 6, and 9 still missing. It'll be interesting to see which one is up here, but now Thirwolf has a lot of options. Folks, don't forget, this is game 1 of a best-of-3 matchup between these two talented runners. All the races in the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2019 tournament will be seen on both the Randomania and Speed Gaming network of channels. Make sure you follow us here as well as the Randomania family. You'll be able to catch games 2 and 3 of this matchup as well as much more in the future.
Yep, every week on Sunday there are the weekly races, sometimes similar to tournament flags, other times runners need a break from that. As Thirwolf picking up a heart container here in level 6. I guess not picking it up, checking it out, but leaving it where it lies. He knows who he's racing, and he's not leaving anything to chance, except maybe a hug from Ganon.
By the way, I wanted to apologize for a mistake I made earlier. We do know where level 4 is. That is vanilla level 9. Or, I'm sorry, vanilla level 6. So, at this point, level 5 is got to be under the lake at 7, and level 9, by process of elimination, must be vanilla level 4.
That is right. Found anything else to note? What is in this staircase here? Oh, Thirwolf not checking it out. Must have already jumped inside. But here's another one.
He instead finds an old man mugger. He already has his ladder, so he doesn't mind giving up a little love for the lonely old man. And Crim with a nice item sword there, pretty swaggy, showing off all the tricks today, man. Very impressive by Kirby.
Oh, but check this fight out. We have Patra here in level 6 with these Beamos statues shooting at him as well. Very nice combat though.
Yeah, Crim was using that wand, or excuse me, Thirwolf using that wand very professionally. If you use the wand in conjunction with the sword, you can stack the damage up on each other. It is a frame-perfect trick, but pretty easy to do. And he did it very nicely. Works very well against Patra as well as Dark Nuts. We'll see if he uses it here, but yeah, they're both showing off a little bit of that combat prowess he's known for.
Yep, CrimsonAvix now picking up the wand. Not sure exactly. Oh, the Star Rod, according to chat, is what Crimson has found there out of level 1. So these runners, again, neck and neck.
And still a lot of items out there. Both runners have the Triforce out of level 4, but correct me if I'm wrong, we didn't see either of the items in level 4. I think they both bailed.
I think that's right.
Still a lot of intriguing little loose ends to tie up, and Crim will shortly find his ladder. We'll see if he chooses to go in and get it before he goes into level 6 or after. But once he gets his ladder, we're pretty much neck and neck, other than the fact that Crim's already been to Vanilla 9, which is 2.
Oh, I am just noticing Thirwolf has that any key. So that, I suppose, is a pretty big advantage, depending on where the key doors are located at.
Correct, and that was the one item that was in 3 that Crim did not pick up. I thought it was a gamble at the time. It was somebody in chat mentioned he was out of bombs. So it'll be interesting to see if Crim is thinking about that and decides to go back to 3 to dig that any key out. Plus there is another item in there we still have yet to see.
Our runners now in level 6 together.
Did already find one heart container. I believe it was in this staircase here. So one floor item still out there somewhere, and Thirwolf is digging hard for it.
Digs out the map.
And it's a heart container.
So luckily just a few rooms away is the Triforce for Thirwolf, and he will once again tie the Triforce count up.
I'll tell you what though, August, this is the kind of matchup I like, man. We still have so much that we don't know yet, and these runners are so close to go mode. Just a bow, silver arrow, and a raft, and that sounds like a lot, but they've already seen a lot. So it's gonna be really who makes that first play that's gonna get them that item that opens the seed up. It's gonna get really exciting. I can't wait.
Yep, sit back, don't blink, because it's gonna be over before you know it. Just 27 and a half minutes in.
Question in chat if we have a guess on where they are. We don't have a guess per se. I'll tell you, we don't know one of the items in 3. We haven't seen any of the items in 4, 5, 7, or 9 yet. Everything else we know we found. The silvers can be any of those items. The bow cannot be in 9, so the options for the bow are much less. Plus, of course, don't forget the raft and the power bracelet are still out there as well, and they have to be in one of the first 8 dungeons as well.
Ooh, Thirwolf almost stepping on top of that book, dodging it at the last moment. But there's our floor item in level 7.
Disrespecting the literacy and chooses not to pick it up. Actually, the reason we don't like the book, for those of you who don't understand the meme, it's not just a meme, it's physically harms Link if he comes into contact with the fire that the book creates when you fire the wand. And as you've seen, Thirwolf loves to use that wand for combat, so that would have been a huge annoyance to him.
Yep, you know what physically harms me? Not being able to afford the bomb upgrades there.
And then immediately finding a mugger right around the corner.
Yeah, but at least Thirwolf listened to Sean Connery from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You don't burn books.
Well, he finds the Triforce. He already has one item out of there. Almost gets Y-Forced.
Yep, that bubble may be telling him, go the other way. You chose poorly.
Well, we'll see. This could be our staircase. It is not. We still don't have a map here in 7. No, I know we found the map earlier at 8. It was a triple segmented 8, if you recall. But it was a lot of rooms, so 7 might not be that large. Nevertheless, Thirwolf does pick up that item, or that Triforce out of 7. He gone. Let's see what his next play is.
He's tooting his flute. And Crim finding that ladder block here in 6.
You know, this is really a shame for Crim, and I hope he can work a way around it, because the ladder is right around the corner at that white sword item. If he has to leave and come back, that's going to be a pretty bad break, unfortunately.
And also, it might lead him just to continue digging this out in hopes that it is the ladder to get the Triforce.
Which, unfortunately, we know the items in here are both heart containers, so it's not going to help him too much other than the knowledge that he'll gain from it. Thirwolf is back in level 3. He did find the Annie key in 3, so he does know that there's only one item remaining. He knows exactly the shape of this dungeon. So this could be the play that separates the pack, potentially. Still gotta find that bow, and there it is!
Ho ho! Ask ye shall receive.
Unbelievable!
Yep, just like that, Thirwolf just looking for the raft so he can enter level 9.
So, now what this does is you have to think, did Crim bail on 3 with no intention of returning, or is he going to return now once he has bombs? It would really, of course, he has to go back at this point, but hopefully for his sake he wasn't gambling on 3, because that would really come back to hurt him.
Yep, and Crim showing us that large secret, just 83 rupees, but bringing him up to 129. He's got plenty of money for anything he might want to purchase.
Thirwolf now back into Vanilla 7, which is level 5. We saw Crim in here for just a short while. Did not kill that Manhandla because he had no bombs. And Thirwolf finds a transport staircase. And Crim, well done, able to work around that ladder block, picks up the Triforce out of 6. So that's good news for him. He's going to grab the ladder here from the white sword item very shortly. And we got us a really good race, folks.
Up 2 Triforces apiece. Thirwolf digging this one out of level 5. CrimsonAvix gonna pick up this ladder. And then I imagine he will go over towards either Recorder Lake or that level 7 underneath the burn bush. And just noticing Crim with the 2 Triforce pieces he's missing, when he pauses his screen there on the overworld, it looks pretty nice. Classic Triforce image there.
So Crim heads back to 3, and that is great news for him. He's not only going to find his Eddie key, but the bow. And look what Thirwolf has found in level 5, August.
It is those silver arrows. So just like that, Thirwolf in raft mode. I don't know if I've ever said that before.
Well, at this point, Thirwolf is in the driver's seat. I almost imagine the bow, or excuse me, the raft has to either be here in 5, we're still missing one item, level 4 or level 7. That's the only logical spots left, so we know that the power bracelet's still out there as well, and that has to be in those same dungeons. The question becomes, for Thirwolf, which dungeon does he choose to dig for that raft? And meanwhile, Crim, as soon as he's out of here with those items that he needs, he's probably going to head back to 5 as well, because he still needs that Triforce. So it's really just a very tiny lead for Thirwolf at this point. The real distance between these 2 runners comes down to where does Thirwolf go first, and does he find the raft there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's going to stick around this level 5. He's got the map. And then level 4 is the next smallest dungeon.
Yeah, tough death there for CrimsonAvix. We have seen very good combat from both these runners in the seed.
And there's the heart container in level 5 for our friend Thirwolf.
Yeah, very good combat from both these runners. I think that might have been our first death on either side. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, they've been
I haven't noticed. I haven't noticed any deaths myself. The combat has been pretty good. That could just be a testament to these runners' skill.
I really like the strats Crimson's using here with the bomb strats. You see that in vanilla speedruns in this game all the time. Dangerous because it uses all your resources up, but it is probably the most effective way to clear blue dark nuts, and he clears that room very nicely in his second attempt.
There's the bow for Crim. And the Triforce for Thirwolf out of 5.
Yeah, very nicely done. So Thirwolf with a tiny lead at this point. As soon as Crim grabs his any key, he'll head to 5. The good news for Crim is he's got to get the Triforce out of there anyways. And the bad news for Thirwolf is that he already has both items out of level 2. He just doesn't have... Wait, did he get the Triforce?
Not out of level 2. He's going back up the mountain.
You're correct, he is. In fact, I don't think... Yeah, he never went there, did he?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think he's been there yet, so... Okay, so this is potentially good news for Crim, in the sense that he has to full clear this dungeon, and we know that the raft isn't in 2. So if Crim can get in and out of 5 quickly, he can close the gap a tiny bit on Thirwolf.
Yep, I was just thinking the same thoughts. As Thirwolf does confirm your suspicion, bombing into that pinnacle rock for the first time. And there's the transport for Crim.
Still digging in for that second item, which isn't the thing he needs, but he'll definitely take it with only 4 keys in his possession. When he finds it, he's going to be very happy to see it. But for his sake, he really needs to get out of this level 3.
There should just be a handful of rooms left, and I think this should be it. Nope, this is the transport, I guess, to the other section.
So
Triple segmented level 3.
Triforce piece. And
Gotta
of course,
go back in.
He dives back in. He needs that raft. So this is a little bit of a lifeline for Crim to get back in this, like I was saying, but he's got to get out of this level 3. Where is that any key?
There it is.
All right, so now we get to see
As Thirwolf finds the map here in 2, now knows where to go. He is familiar with second quest shapes.
Alright, so we've got a little bit of a cool scenario here. Crim's going to have to go to 5 anyways. He'll find his silvers. He's going to get his 7th Triforce piece. His 8th required that he doesn't have yet is in level 7 where one item has not been found yet. But for Thirwolf, he has a lot more options. A lot more places he can go to search for that raft. So it's going to come down to just basically how fast can Thirwolf check off that checklist and find that raft versus is that raft in 7? Because if it's in 7, August, and Crim finds it fast, he could pull out the lead here.
Yeah, absolutely 100%. The good thing about level 7 is we're just looking for a staircase, which can be a bit easier to find than something on the floor.
Yeah, that is correct. By the way, chat, thank you for reminding me there is one item remaining in level 8 as well. So, and we know that the power bracelet's one of those items that has to be in those dungeons.
Ah, yes, very true. So, power bracelet and raft in one of our remaining 4 locations outside of 9.
Alright, Thirwolf back in level 4. We don't know either of the items in here. If the raft is here, he's in go mode. And our clear-cut leader going to level 9 first. We'll wait and see if it is. If it is, it's huge. If it's not, Crim still has a chance.
Yeah, and like he's been saying this whole this whole race, we still haven't seen a whole mess of items. We haven't seen the wooden boomerang, we haven't seen the power bracelet, the raft, we haven't seen the white sword. Along with all the extra hearts.
Thirwolf picks up that interesting shaped map. I mean, not the map itself. The map is just a piece of paper, you know what I mean. But he'll continue through this level 4, looking for that raft. He finds a staircase. We have
It's a heart.
the plot thickens. Yes.
Yep, now we have 2 dungeons with items on the floor. 1 dungeon with a staircase. We go to 8 looking for the floor drop, or 7 looking for a staircase.
Crim digging out level 5. Needs those silver arrows. We know they're in here, and he's going to find them very soon.
I am on the edge of my seat. This is a good race to be watching. Make sure you give these racers a follow.
This is a great race to be watching, and this is only game 1. So whoever pulls this out, of course, is going to be breathing a little easy, but I wouldn't sell the other runners short. This is going to be a great series. Oh, there's the power bracelet in 4!
Yes, sir. We're going to 7 or 8. Let's see where Thirwolf's headed.
Where does he go? What does he choose? Is he going to 7 or 8?
Well, I imagine if he was going to 8, he wouldn't be whistling. It's not too far from start. No, he's into 7. He's looking for that staircase.
So this is bad news for Crim. Great news for Thirwolf, because if the raft is in here, he's go. But if it's not, Crim has to come here anyways, so he's not going to coincidentally find the raft. This is huge for Thirwolf.
Yeah, but time and time again, level 9 has proven to be the great equalizer. Doesn't matter if you get in there with the lead. It helps, certainly, but it's no guarantee.
Thirwolf is pretty convinced this Goma holds the second item here at 7. It was a drop, and oh my goodness.
It kind of looks like a pair of creepy hands coming out to grab you from the shadows.
I knew that 7 was going to be jacked, but I did not think it was going to be that bad. Holy moly. Never did pick up the compass here. Still digging for that Triforce. He does have... I think he found the silvers already, right?
I am not 100% certain he's picked up that Triforce, though.
Well, I sure hope he goes back in.
He is indeed, so he has not grabbed them. Meanwhile, Thirwolf's still looking for this staircase up in the northernmost part of this level 7. And look at that, it actually looks like the north 4 rooms are going to be segmented again by another staircase. All thanks to that old man.
Potential staircase here. No, no staircase. The search continues.
But we're not searching for them big shields. Crim purchasing his bomb upgrade. Now both runners' max bombs are up to 11. Very nice.
I mean, 11, it could have been worse. It was a little pricey for a 3-bomb upgrade, but it could have been worse. Simultaneous staircases, and look what we have here, folks. We have go mode.
Yep, go mode for Thirwolf, raft mode for Crim. Crim out of there, and luckily still needs to go into 7 for that Triforce, so he's going to be headed in the right direction.
Yeah,
so Thirwolf is going to be in level 9, 30 seconds shy of the 45-minute mark. Very quick seed for Thirwolf so far.
So, of course, it'll just come down to how well Thirwolf is able to navigate this 9, and how soon can Crim join him in this very... that palette is interesting. As we go into level 9 here, August, there are a few things we need to keep an eye out for. Let the viewers at home know exactly what we're looking for here.
Well, Curious, maybe we can get the audio switched over. In that case, we'll be listening for the squeal of that piggy. He goes oink, 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 and you can hear him through the walls in north, south, east, or west of your current location. In addition, we're looking for a single shutter door similar to the one that Thirwolf is in now. One that does not open after the enemies are cleared out. Thirwolf finding Lord Banana in the first staircase. All hail. So if we find that shutter door, that is where the kidnap awaits. Curious to see who has kidnapped who else in Kirby's life on CrimsonAvix side. But Thirwolf in here. Let's see how close of a match this ends up to be.
Crimson decides to up A, still looking for that raft. He needs the Triforce as well. I don't recall exactly where the Triforce was. It's a large level 7. So, of course, level 9 is the biggest of the levels, and depending on how hard it is to get to either of those things you mentioned earlier, August, that shutter door and that piggy, or, well, in Crim's case, I'm guessing King DDD, maybe? But
Oh, good guess. As Crim finds the book there on the floor in 7th.
the shutter door.
Guarded by some pancakes. So we got
I
pancakes.
like this play.
Yeah, pancakes in level 9 goes great with bacon.
We have
Another
another
shutter
shutter door. And this one, of course, is guarded by 6 blue whiz robes, and you're almost obligated to clear it.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
that is
what a
more than
bummer.
6.
That is 8 blue whiz robes, I beg your pardon. And Thirwolf using an awful lot of bombs here. Nice fairy, though.
Yeah, luckily these blue whizzies in the health dropping category. Very
It
nice.
is not. Could lead the correct direction, however, so maybe not a total waste. He finds double shutter door. Now, a double shutter cannot be what we're looking for. It'll be a single shutter door. But the staircase there is a nice find, as well as with that being a bubble room, those doors are open now. Could be a magic staircase that leads us in the right direction.
Oh, that is the Roar of Aquamentus. Might be wise to kill that just in case the piggy is also east or west of here.
Grim's still deep in this level 7. He has the compass now, so he knows the location of the Triforce. He just needs that raft. And the longer he's in here digging that raft out, the more lead Thirwolf is going to get, as he's very thorough at tracking these level 9s.
Yep, Crim has found the map. So just a matter of time before he makes his way over there.
He's in
That
the
is
Triforce
time.
room. Is he going to clear it?
He is looking for that staircase. Oh, and
Did we just find Zelda?
according to chat, we have found the shutter door in the southwest corner. As Crim grabs that star out of level 7, he needs to go back in for that raft. At this point, he should know just about everything that we do.
I don't think he found all of the items that Thirwolf did. Specifically, I don't think he found the ones in 4. I could be mistaken. I don't know if he found that power bracelet or not. And obviously, there's still an outstanding item in 8 that we can't actually tell you what it is just yet anyways. But still one other item in 9.
I hear bacon. Unless that was another boss. Might have been another boss. Oh, no, can't find bombs in chat confirming pig squealing bacon.
I hear some pig. We see a screen going dark.
Yep, that means only one thing. Here's Ganon.
It'll take 15 hits from the wooden sword. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, loses the stun lock, picks it back up. Very good fighting here from Thirwolf. Just 3 more hits.
And there is the
And down goes
raft pickup. So unfortunately a little too late for Crim, as Thirwolf has served up some bacon. And looks like Thirwolf is going to be headed over towards the princess right about at the time Crim gets into level 9.
I mean, at the 50-minute mark, you might think you're still in this race. Thirwolf showing a lot in this seed tonight as he makes his final approach to Zelda.
And there it is, guarded by a pack of Gibdos. And just like that, get your GGs in chat for Thirwolf.
Our winner tonight with our official SRL time of 50 minutes and 35 seconds. Thirwolf takes game 1 in impressive manner.
Yep, he should be more than satisfied. Not quite a sub 50, but close enough. And wow, what a race.
Outstanding play by Thirwolf tonight. We'll look to get him in here for an interview to ask him his thoughts on the seed, his thoughts on that hunt for the raft. Meanwhile, Crimson now, it's his turn to dig through level 9. A pretty straightforward level 9, August. I don't think he took any staircases.
I was kind of ping-ponging back and forth the runners, but yeah, I'm not sure if he was taking those staircases. Some racers, as you know, just have a different playing style, and some runners take those staircases, others will avoid them until they absolutely have to. And although I do not recall hearing the recorded tune, that apparently was from Final Fantasy IX.
And we do have joining us in the commentators booth our winner of game number 1 tonight, Thirwolf. Congratulations, sir. GG. Before we get into any questions, your thoughts on tonight's race?
You know, it was pretty free. I mean, the red ring real early just made everything easy. The magic key, like, is my first item. That, I mean, that eliminates so much. And then there was the raft.
Yep, that was both your and CrimsonAvix's go mode item.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. The map was behind Goma. I didn't bomb that wall. I didn't really want to bomb the walls in 7 after I got the Triforce. I'm like, good enough. I'll come back and forced, and kind of was forced. It was 7 or 8, and, well, I decided, you know what, let's go 7. Why not?
Yeah, it was a staircase versus a floor drop. And I think you made the right call.
That was probably the play that at least gave you the size of the lead that you had. Crim had to go back to 7 anyways to get the Triforce, so if you had gone to 8 instead of 7, that could have made the difference in this match, but nevertheless, just routed so well between both of you guys. A very close race, back and forth. Triforces being picked up one after another. You guys both had 4 Triforces, like 18 minutes in. It was very nicely done, both on the routing and the combat side by both of you guys tonight. You looked outstanding and in tip-top shape tonight.
Thank you, JSR. Yeah, we'll see how far I can go in this. Who will give me my first loss? Maybe it'll be Crim next time. We don't know.
Same
Stay
bad time.
tuned.
Same bad channel.
Yep, but yeah, I think, like you said, having that any key early on was a big help. Crim, unfortunately, didn't go to level 3 for quite some time.
Yeah, I kind of like to go there just to see what the deal is. With the sword, you know, if it's a free level, then it's a free level. Maybe something great's there.
Yeah, you never know. But great routing in, great combat, and like JSR said, both of you guys were just picking up Triforces and going.
Crim finally gets through that blue Wizrobe gauntlet here in 9. Just a few rooms away from where we found Ganon and Zelda. Let's see what path he takes here. So, of course, game number 2, do you guys have that scheduled as of this moment?
Not right now. I'm sure we'll get to it.
I'll tell you what, I can't speak for my co-commentator or the viewers, but I myself am very excited for game 2. I can't wait for it. You guys matched up very well and gave us a great match tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 1000%. But anyone who is looking forward to more Zelda 1 Randomizer, we have plenty of matches going on, including a few more tonight. I think there's one going on as we speak, unless that's finished already. Where is it?
Crim did hear the pig. Crim has found the pig. Only 4 hearts in his health remaining. He's also got the wooden sword, and that is, I can't tell, is that King Dedede? Or is it Dedede? I don't know. I don't remember how to pronounce it. Is it Dedede or Dedede?
Thought it was DDD. But that does look like that penguin. Penguin King, I believe.
9
But
minutes.
later on tonight, we have Homer J Smash versus Imasoft. And that is happening at 9 o'clock on... that is happening on Speed Gaming 3. Yet to be determined, that channel is yet to be determined. But then later on at 10 o'clock, we have Sea Falcon versus DM1184. That is game 2 of 3. And then, of course, all weekend long, we got matches, racers left and right. So hit that schedule button, plan out your weekend.
Meanwhile, Crim did take down King Dedede, or Dude, and is headed in the direction. I don't think this is the right way to get back to Zelda, no?
I believe the lower left corner, correct, Thirwolf?
Yeah, she's in the very bottom left. Like, very bottom.
Luckily, there is a door. We'll see if Crim's able to get that. Just needs to find either the door itself or that compass to give him a clue. Otherwise, he's going to be in the dark. He's headed down.
Could also take a staircase. I believe just north of the room was a diamond staircase full of Gibdos. There it is.
Oh, look at that! Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs out in chat for our runner-up, CrimsonAvix, with an unofficial SRL time of 57:44. Sorry,
Yep.
54.
Yep, second place, but still sub-hour. GG.
Okay, official SRL time 57:53, and like you were saying, August, it's not often you see a time that fast and are the runner-up by 8 minutes. That's insane. Well-played run tonight, Thirwolf. It was a well-deserved win.
Thank you, JSR. GG Crim. See if he can join us.
Yeah, but in the meantime, anyone there in chat who'd like to get involved, feel free to join the Discord, hang an admin, see how you can get involved, either here commentating, restreaming, and tracking. Always looking for volunteers. Good game, CrimsonAvix.
Thanks.
Crim, great job tonight. I think you only had 1 or 2 deaths. You guys were both on point with your combat in what was a back and forth seed throughout. What were your thoughts on tonight's race?
Yeah, I had 1 death and... Sorry, a lot of background noise here. I had 1 death, and when I had it, I'm like, yeah, that's probably gonna cost me a little bit, but the time difference was a little bit greater. I think what really hurt me was not having bombs for 2 different levels and having to return to them later. But
Yep.
overall, I mean, wasn't bad. It's still sub-hour. The seed itself was really friendly. I mean, the red ring, like almost immediately in 8, was beautiful.
Yeah, bomb's definitely a hindrance in this seed, as well as Thirwolf picking up that any key pretty early. He was just able to zip through some of those dungeons a little quicker. Was defeating the pig right as you were hopping into level 9. So about a 5-minute advantage into level 9, and Thirwolf took the victory. But one more game at least, if not 2, and it's sure to be a great race for the next one.
Hey, Thirwolf's an awesome player, so I'm not at all disappointed with a 7-minute loss. Really, when I gauge it, I gauge just off my play itself, and there's nothing I would have done any different. I mean, I ran my normal route. It worked out really well. It was just, a little bit of extra digging in some levels and having to return to some, but overall, nothing too bad. So, yeah.
Absolutely. You guys were back and forth. The first 30 minutes of this race, it was anybody's race. You would take the lead by a Triforce, then Thirwolf would get it back. And each of you had an item that the other didn't to start the seed. And each of you kept routing a little bit different, but would kind of pick each other's tracks up. Level 2 being the only real difference. I believe Thirwolf did that level 2 last as far as his Triforces. And I think you did that second or third.
Yeah, it was second for me. Too bad it didn't have anything other than the blue boomerang and the heart.
But yeah, I mean, you guys were just neck and neck, and it really just came down to the Raft being in 7 and Thirwolf going there instead of 8. The fact that there were a couple levels, like you said, that you had to return to, and it turned out that it was a good thing you returned to 3 because the bow was there. But Thirwolf went into 3 first and got the any key, and he came back to get the bow later. It was interesting to think if you were going to return, knowing that you had gone in without any bombs in it. I think you had found the Triforce, just didn't get any of the items.
Yeah, the Triforce is really quick for me. The reason I returned there is because I was out without 3 key items. I was without the bow, the silvers, and the raft. So knowing I only had 1 item left in 8, the 2 items in 4, 2 items in 7, and 2 items in 5, I'm like, well, I have the possibility for 3 items in 3, I mean 2 items in 3. So I'm going to just check there because I have to go back to 5 anyway for the Triforce. And then decided to search 5 anyway, and was really glad to see the silvers in there.
Yep, I think both of y'all got a bit shocked at the silvers in 5.
Oh, I was very happy to find silvers outside of 9. That's always a nice thing. Raft was kind of the kicker. I left 1 item in 8, and that was about it, other than 9 nonsense.
Yeah, 8 had 2 really quick items with the recorder and the red ring, so I didn't really intend on returning at all. The one that sort of made me feel a little queasy was I abandoned 4 like immediately after getting Triforce and never returned there. So I'm like, yeah, because I had the 1 more item in 7 or go back to 4, and decided to dig for the second item in 7 since I had the map, and it turned out to be the better choice.
Oh, I went back to 4 after initially bailing for Triforce and just found, random garbage.
But that mention of those early item pickups, Crim, reminds me, wasn't there a certain admin of the Zelda 1 randomizer community who said, if you're changing your sprites, maybe give a heads up to the commentary team so they know what they're talking about?
Oh, I played as my Kirby sprite plenty of times. I thought you guys knew what it was.
Giving us a little bit of guessing. Luckily, your best buddy there in chat, TGE, giving us a little bit of info behind the scenes.
I thought it was awesome to see, though. I definitely liked the Kirby swag show all of the HUD clips and like effortless screen scrolls with the Kirby sprite. Obviously, you're comfortable playing with it, but it was really cool to see.
Yeah, and at some point I am going to be doing another tutorial here because I know a lot of people are interested in sprite editing and stuff. So, but sort of going with what you were saying, August, this is pretty much the extent to where we'd like sprite editing. So it still has some of that semblance to Z1. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun, especially when you can get a little more in depth. We've seen this. I know, have a Super Mario one out there. We have Legacy of the Wizard, and I know some just edit
Little Z.
Yeah, Little Z. Some just edit the Link sprite with Little Z and a few other things there. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I think that's one of my favorite things about doing these races is just showing off different sprites I have.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. It was definitely fun. Kept us on our toes.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys and your time post-race. I want to thank you for a great, entertaining game number 1 in your best of 3. I definitely wish you both the best of luck in game 2 and going forward. Whoever pulls off this matchup between you two is deserving to move on, and I can't wait to see where you guys end up. GG's tonight, and best of luck going forward.
Yeah, GG Thirwolf.
GG Crim, and thanks for doing the commentary, restream, tracking, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Make sure you folks give both Thirwolf and CrimsonAvix a follow over on their Twitch channels to check out much more randomizer action and, of course, all the other shenanigans they do on their channel. Again, make sure you follow the Randomania and Speed Gaming network of channels to catch more of this year's Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. It's going to be exciting. We're just heating up. We're just revving up. And I can't wait to see these matchups going forward. All right, August, do the honor, sir.
Dib, 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 dib. That's all, folks.